Yeah, good evening. Um, the youngest project managers and business analysts. Welcome
Good
to
evening, sir.
another session of project status update meeting. Yeah, in this meeting, we look at what we have been doing, what has been going on in our various projects, and look at our challenges and find a way to resolve our challenges and forge ahead. You know, I want to apologize for not being there for you within this short period of time, because it's a short period of time. I know it's a short period of time. In some projects, a program manager can just all of a sudden disappear, and you put all the project team members in state of confusion. In a way, I'm happy for you to experience something like this, because we are in a real life situation where you will be, there are some things when you start a real project, you will experience something like this. That's where when we're always talking about difficult stakeholders, when they keep talking about difficult, even during the interview, they'll be telling you about difficult stakeholders. In a situation like this, you might call it a difficult stakeholder. A stakeholder doesn't have time for you, and you are battling with your timeline, your budget, but you don't know what the stakeholder is facing as well. So how do you resolve a situation like this? You know, I find so many project managers or business in a situation like this. You even start looking for the program director or the stakeholder in particular. You even go and trace the stakeholder where they have their lunch, or even at times try to meet them at the train station, you know, something like this. But I pray it will not be a portion. Yeah, but things like this do happen in projects so many times. It do happen. So, but I've gone through your deliverables, and I can see the project is still moving on. You guys are still cracking on, despite the fact that I've not provided most of the documents you needed, but we are still cracking on, trying to make do with what you can lay your hands on. That's a good one. Yeah. So I promise to reduce the gap, because there's gap already. I'll have to try as much as I can to narrow the gap, so that you will keep firing. I don't want to reduce this firing spirit. I want you guys to keep accelerating. So, me, I have so many projects, at the moment, and being in Nigeria, I've not been in Nigeria getting to 3 years now. So there's a lot to catch up. I've managed to squeeze time to go and see my mom, where we spend like just a few hours, for you to know how stiff my schedule, very, very difficult moment, but we'll keep firing. So without wasting time, I'll call on Project A to make their presentation, so we see, because I know every project, all of you are facing challenges. So I want Project A to come and make presentation so we see the challenges they be facing and see what we can do for them. And that's it. Project A, over to you. That's project, let me say project page.
Okay, sir. Good evening, everyone. Once again, thank you so very much for everything you said, sir. And first of all, I'd like to acknowledge that our first challenge was your absence. Actually, as we expected, our expectations were high on the templates that they had actually promised to send for us to use for our.
Hello, it seems Stanley is having technical challenges.
Please, can you people hear me now?
Yes, you are not. Yes, you are back.
Okay, sorry about that. So our group, we waited for the templates. That was the first challenge we experienced for the week, but we did not see it. We did not get it. Then you now set forth a memo that you're not around. So we needed to do something. We cannot just keep our fold our hands and just watch the week go by without coming up with anything, no matter how small. So we called on every member of our team, and sadly, as me, it's just the very few that are still showing face that actually came on board for us to work to see what we can deliver as a team within the week. So the very few that came, we took up the next thing that we have in our plan, which was to create our project approach and methodology. We we shared it. So we looked at our group looked at the different methodologies we have individually, though. Then we now took the pros and the cons of all of those methodologies and then adopted to go with the Agile approach, which gives us the flexibility that we need in terms of what we are working on. We know that every single project you're working on is a great determinant of the methodology you're going to use. So considering what we are working on, we adopted that the Agile framework is going to be the best approach that will give us the time and not so strict uh, process for us to be able to deliver the results that we needed. So it offers us the flexibility that we need. It gives us an increased pace for us to be able to at least finish up our work on time, the project on time and on budget. And then again, we can be able to produce some little like phase results, phase project completion instead of the total completion. There are phases that we can actually using this method to be able to gain over the course of our working on this project. So those are the advantages we observed that the Agile framework will provide us with. And that is why as a project team, we adopted to go for that. So we documented it and sent it across to our workspace. So we finished that and we had time again to look at the next deliverable, which is creating a project strategy document. So we felt that those are really not too complex a task for us to do. The strategy is more like the project brief that we already had a sample of in the prior time. So we engaged as a team, looked at what we had, and then in our own terms, made up something that looks exactly like what we have already and presented it where it shows us the schematics of what we are looking at right from the onset of the project that we are working on, the things that we need to produce the key results that we need in the project we are working on, the price attachment, and a time frame that we need as a team to finish up this project and deliver it. So those are just the very few things that we're able to lay our hands on within the week. And that's what we're able to do as a team. Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah, that's very commendable. You guys done a great job, and I
Thank you,
must
sir.
say I'm very proud of you guys. That's a good job. You
Yeah,
take that
thank you, sir.
that proactiveness is a good thing, and agile approach is a good methodology. Agile approach is a combination of waterfall and agile methodology, and I've used it so many times, and it's very good. You know, traditional method of project management, which is waterfall. You know, so many companies
Yes.
are still using it, and we are running away from, so many companies are running away from it. But the truth is that in every project methodology, even in these days, there are still some good aspects of it. Agile approach will help you to initiate a project very well. Waterfall is very good in initiating projects, and is very good in documentation. But that stiff nature of that agile waterfall,
What for?
as you progress it, you can take away that stiffness and make your project a bit flexible by adopting um, agile approach. That's using a Scrum and the rest of them. That's very good. So regarding the challenges, um, I'm a bit settled. You know, I'm here as I'm in Nigeria, my work scope increased. It's just like times 2 of what because this now, I told you people, I'm here to initiate so many startups. And where I'm trying to, as much as I can to achieve much, because once I go back to UK, I might not come back to Nigeria, maybe in next 1 year, or even in next, I don't see myself coming back in next 6 months. So even if the business started booming, I'll still take time. I can't be running up and down. So um, that's what I'm trying to do. And I'm equally creating opportunity for so many of you that are coming up, you are training, and very soon you'll be in the labor market without a job. These are some of the things I'm working hard to make sure there's opportunities are coming, because we are not going to wait for anybody to create this opportunity. We are creating it for ourselves. I can just do the much I can, and that's what I'm doing. We're able to working seriously to register 3 companies. They are in the process already, and before I go back, all these companies will be standard company, have offices in Nigeria, and some of you can even get employment there, but I'll just focus on getting the required skills for now, and the future will take care of itself. But these are things that will be keeping me, but I will try to step up to avail all the documents you need, so that even if I'm no longer there, you have all the materials, all the tools you need to forge ahead. Thank you, Stanley, you and your team. We'll call up
Thank you very much, sir.
um, Project Marketplace to um, have the floor.
Good evening, everyone.
Yeah, good evening, Augusta.
Yeah, good evening, sir. Well done, sir, and welcome to Nigeria.
Yeah, you can't run away from your shadow.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, sir, the first challenge we had, just like Stanley said, was your absence. We waited for the templates and then we couldn't get them, so we just decided to forge ahead. project must go on. So we decided to just do what we must do. So the next task that we had to work on was to adopt a project methodology. And from what we understand, we actually do not need a document for that. It's just the team coming together to agree on what best methodology would use to carry out our project. And we all hello, sir.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes, and we all agreed on the agile Kanban. And this is because already from how the whole project has been set up, we have a Kanban board where we're able to visualize the task. And then we can always, everyone in the team is able to see the status of every task that we have ongoing. We can see the state, whether it's in progress, whether we've moved to, whether it's not started, whether we've tested, and whether we've closed it. So we had to adopt the Agile Kanban because it also allows for collaboration. We are able to, everyone is able to see, everyone is able to see the status of, each task. And with Agile, we are able to respond to changing requirements. If as we progress in the projects, there's a change, we're able to quickly respond. And when the customer too, if the customer needs to see what we're doing, that form of collaboration, Agile allows for that. So that was why we adopted the Agile approach. So, and the deliverable for that was just for the lead PM to state in the report out that this is the approach that we are adopting. So the lead PM was meant to send out the report, but that's a challenge we have also. She's not feeling too well. She's currently on admission, and I got to know just this morning. So she was unable to send out that report, but everyone on the team, actually, if you go to the comment section, they commented just to show that they know the project methodology that we are using. And once we closed out that task, we moved on to the next task, which is to create project strategy document. We had started working on that, but it's not completed. It's not completed, but it's in the works. We've actually started working on that document. We were supposed to meet yesterday, but I had an emergency family meeting that I had to attend to, and the lead PM wasn't available. So that was why we could not conclude on that on the strategy document, which is the project brief, a more detailed brief. So tomorrow that should be closed out, and the deliverable will be sent out.
Okay, that's very impressive. You guys are doing well as well, and your methodology is very good. Some people like to have a visual, visualize their project, whatever is going on, and it's very good. That's why even we have a Kanban integrated in our system. So it's very good. And I encourage you people not to relent, continue with the spirit, just like I've promised. I will try as much as I can to close the gap which my absence created. So, and because from what I find out now, if I give you people the required tools, the documentation and a bit of being there for you guys. You guys are going to do well. You guys will do better. Not we are doing well already, but you guys will do better. And that's what I want to say. I want you guys to do better. You guys are already doing well. So thank you, Augusta, Calista, and their whole team. You guys are doing well. Thank you. We're calling on project group being led by Blessing to have the floor.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening.
And good evening, everyone. One of the challenges we had, which has been stated already, was your absence. And however, we tried to do something because I had to tell my teams that if Mr. Charles or the program manager is not around, the project has to go on. Seeing that we have some of the resources on the net, we can research, and PMs and BAs are meant to be researchers. So we went ahead to select an approach. However, on our project charter, we had DMAC as an approach, as an agile methodology approach that we picked. We were not able to develop it, so we decided to go with a software development life cycle. So, and we were able to know and develop the deliverables that should go under each of the processes to show that we are actually using this approach. So we found out that we're supposed to have a defined requirement, and under the defined requirements, we stated that we should have a project charter ready, we have a project plan ready, our project brief, data collection plans, and our high-level requirement plans for our defined requirements. Then for design, we have to have our as-is process map and other requirements. And for our developments, we're supposed all to have our definition of ready checklist, our product backlog. At least when the developers are developing the group system, we should check that all the functionalities that we have, that we ought to have, are being signed off, and that all the product backlogs and all our user stories with the developers are ongoing and they are all properly integrated the way we want them. Then that will lead us to our testing. For our testing, we have to make sure that we execute our test plans, which might include us inviting maybe one of our users, or we use our BAs to test to make sure that there are no bugs and all that for our group system and make sure it's working effectively. Then we deploy. This would have our launching of the site and then maybe pop some campaigns. Then for review, we'll review, and all the users or the customers will give us a review on how they see the product, if there are things we need to amend, if there are things we need to adjust and all that. And then if we take the feedback back to the sponsors, and if there is any need for improvement, it goes back to the defined stage. So that is how the software development lifecycle works. It's continual, it has no stopping. So that is what we picked for our agile approach. So that's moved us to our project brief. So for our project brief, we found out that there was not much difference between our project charter and our project brief. However, I also did some research and I found out that the project charter is an authority given to the manager by the sponsors to start the project. Why the project brief is an issue from the manager to the sponsor that the project is about to start. So the difference wasn't so much, but we had to come up with little or with our own kind of templates, which we came up with, and then we're able to impute some data into it. So that was all we could do for last week. And the data has been imputed into our project brief, We wrote our sponsor's name, our goals and objectives, our dates, our constraints and assumptions, our project scope, our target audience, which is the social media users, our success criteria, and our budget. So that is what we have on our project brief. And that's what we've been able to do for the past 1 week. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, thank you, Blessing, and you and your team. You people have done well. You've done a lot of research, and that's very good. Like you said, that business analyst is a researcher, and yeah, that's very good. And you can see you've been doing a lot of research. But I want to quickly bring you back to because there's a bit of deviation, because that's why if you are starting your career in a project management or business analysis, you really need a proper guide or a mentor. That's why a lot of people go for mentorship, because there is so much methodology, so much. Once you just type this on the internet, you see a lot of things, and if you are not careful, you get confused or you get carried, So, and that is what is beginning to happen to you and your team. You guys are beginning to do a bit of deviation. The mic is a process in Six Sigma, and just like I've told you people earlier, Six Sigma is a bit complex for you guys for now. You should concentrate on waterfall is getting old. People are no longer using waterfall. So, but you can still pick from waterfall. A lot of companies are still using it, and they are planning. Most companies using waterfall are planning to migrate to another thing. So, but the most popular is agile methodology. And why do you use agile methodology? Is mainly revolving around what customers want. And you can see our projects, we are talking about users. What the users want, that's customers. And that's why, if you look at this thing, I talked to people, but at the end of the day, I told you that we did concentrate more on agile methodology. Anything you are doing and agile is not there, I'm not going to support that. Agile should be number one. Then you can use any other methodology to support agile. I'm saying this so that when you go out in the labor market, don't tell them that I asked you to tell them that this is what Charles said, and I can defend myself anywhere. When you talk about agile methodology, it's better to know more about agile, because this is what the market wants now. Six Sigma, they will want it if you are a bit experienced, because Six Sigma is high level, is a bit complex. Even me myself, I've not gotten my black belt in Six Sigma. There's a lot to do in Six Sigma. So that's why I'm calling you people that do a bit of retrace your step from learn agile, be more of agile for now before you start looking into Six Sigma. Secondly, project development life cycle is not a methodology. Development life cycle is in every methodology. Even in waterfall, life cycle is the end to end. What you do within every methodology, from beginning to the end, that is called life cycle. Life cycle is what you do, all the stages you have to go through to develop a software. If you are developing a piece of software, you have to initiate a process, that project. You need to define the project. define means designing the project. Then you need to execute the project. This is what I taught you people in my using my framework. And then after that, you close your project. These 4 stages is what we call life cycle. And these 4 stages, if you go to waterfall, you still see that same life cycle. If you go to lean methodology, you still see that life cycle. If you go to Six Sigma, you still see that life cycle. So when you tell an employer, a prospect, or you do an interview that you are using a software development life cycle, that's the methodology you are using, the employer will know that you don't know what you are talking about. So that is it. It's very good you highlighted it so that I'll quickly bring your attention back, because I want you people to be more, even if you want to research, go research on what I've taught you guys. Be more on that. Don't deviate much from what you are doing so you won't get confused. The videos are there, even if though the templates are not there, but the videos are there. So thank you. I know you guys are working hard, but I quickly want to retrace your step when you want to research. Thank you so much, you and your team. And at this point in time, I will call on Project Blog, Raymond, to make a presentation. Raymond, I've seen what you sent. I've seen your reports, which you sent, and that is very good. Although I didn't provide any template, but like I said, that as we'll be presenting, you'll be presenting with a report, which you are going to bring up here, so that you'll be presenting from your report, not just hearing your voice. So as you are presenting, you can be seen, although everything can be attributed to my absence, and I will accept that. So even if you are not presenting with any, is it okay? Because I've not been around. Raymond is the only person that happened to send the report. It was a very comprehensive report. Yeah, so I went through the report and I was very impressed. But even if we are not pulling the report, I have to acknowledge that. So you make your presentation.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah.
Good evening, team. I'll try and be very, very fast and snappy, and I would love to report the task we've been able to complete within the period of from the 30th of April to 9th of May. So during the past week, the team were able to complete 4 tasks as it is on our initiate stage. So the first one was to select project approach / methodology. So like I said, in our last review meeting, I was able to divide a team of 20 into 4 groups. So that was why we were able to come up with 4 deliverables during the week. So for each group, a team of 4 or 5, together with the BA and the team lead, making it around about 6 or 8 or thereabouts. So what we did was to actually brainstorm on each of these deliverables as a separate team under Project Blog. So at the end of it all, we came with a deliverable, and we came with, after much, I say, sharing of idea, correction, going forth and back. So we're able to come up with these very deliverables that I will be reading on behalf of Project Blog. So under the select project approach and methodology, during our brainstorming section, we're able to see the project as a real life order. You don't know what will happen tomorrow, just like the way we are now. It's only God that knows exactly what will happen tomorrow. And as such, 80% of the team were suggesting we'll go with agile methodology, while 20 was actually saying, okay, even if we are going for agile methodology together with its benefits, don't you think there are some rigid steps that we needed to meet, that we need to consider? And as such, we needed an hybrid methodology that can help cater this thing, because blog itself is very volatile. The standard on the internet changes, and what you see today can be different from what you see tomorrow. And because this project is a process, so in the end, we were able to adopt an hybrid approach, otherwise known as the Agile methodology. And that has been sent and is awaiting feedback for any updates from our program manager. And then the second was to create project strategy documents. The team involved here, actually, after much deliberation, we came up to, we got to understand that exactly what you shared with us is a replica of what we're seeing online. So, and as such, we all shared idea together and explain it from how each and every one of us understood it. And at the end of it all, we used the brief, the project brief you shared with us as a pattern to create our own project brief. And that has been uploaded and is waiting for feedback. Then the third project we're able to tackle is create preliminary project plan. This actually was a little bit technical and tasking for the team, but with the aid of my team, which is always available when we call for a meeting, we're able to crack it down. So we came up with a plan, project plan, and also a work breakdown structure, something similar to what you had initially shared with us during the early stage of this program. So the team went and we saw that we are in line. So we're able to share idea on what should be included and what shouldn't be included. So 5 or 6 copies of the project plan and the work breakdown structure were shared. So the very best was picked on behalf of the team. This also has been uploaded and is waiting for your feedback, sir. And then the last project we actually dealt with last week was to facilitate initial requirement gathering. For me, this was the most exciting section that the team ever embarked on. Out of the 18 team members, 19 showed up, and one actually gave reason why he would not be available. The 19 of us shared idea because I made them understand, or we understood that it's actually a section to come up with what to do. So during the section, a lot of contribution came in, and at the end of it all, the projects, this particular task became very clear to us. And we finally resulted 1 or 3 or 4 steps on how to go about the data collection plan. One of them was to actually schedule a meeting with the program manager to further enlighten us and expose us to the requirements and the features that will be needed for this blog creation. So another bullet point that came under the data collection plan was that we're supposed to design a questionnaire in form of an online survey to collect data from customers. Who are the customers? We learned that runmat.com is already functioning and it has its customer already. The same way you ran a survey for us that led to this marketplace blog and group that we're going to be creating. So the questionnaire we're going to be coming up in form of online survey will encompass something similar, but with your guidance, this will be achieved. So these are the points that we highlighted because everything we were talking about revolved around this. So then with that, we actually came to the end of our task for last week. And the whole of the 4 tasks we did has been uploaded and is awaiting for your feedback. And our plan for this week, as highlighted on our project status report, is to try, which is this full project are already in progress. We'll try our best possible. We'll set a task, even if I think there is an adage that if you can catch the sky, as in if you aim at the sky, you fall on the moon. It's still a good distance. So we've outlined 6 deliverables before us for this week. The aim is to actually beat the record we set for ourselves last week, and at the same time, not deviating. So the task and the goals for this week is to document an existing process, and above all, requirement analysis and gap analysis will be looked into, document future process, then we tend to validate high-level requirement lists, then estimate high-level requirements, and above all, create the business case before the project kickstart officially. So the corresponding deliverables that we're looking at for this week are the assist map, assist process map, the high-level requirement and list, and value stream maps, and all of those. I know with your guidance, definitely we'll scale through this particular one. And the 3rd deliverable should be to be process map and high-level list sign-off and high-level estimate prioritization, the Moscow approach and the business case sign-off. These are what we expect to look into during the week. While for the challenges we had for last week, when we were busy, so with the team resulted, and that is what actually led to us not as in the same way we've done before, the whole of team blog, so as in producing one deliverable within a week. So we decided to split and use the situation to our own advantage. That's why we're able to come with the 4 deliverables we delivered for last week. So one of the major challenge or risk that we're already citing here is the time constraint. Because looking at the project start date and end date, we started April 11th. We're expected to round off June 6th. And looking at how far we've gone, I want to believe that we are having a time constraint already. And and this constraint has equally been documented. The next challenge or issues that we are currently having is lack of access to the project theme, as in like having a domain knowledge of the project that is at hand and access to materials or the document which you promised us. So this has all also been documented. Now, above all, in conclusion and also recommendation, the team, even though we actually encountered a lot of challenges, and last week was very, very demanding at the same time. Well, it was an eye-opener for the whole of the team because we went out and actually overstretched ourselves and came up. So at this very moment, what we've done so far, the whole of the team member can confidently say, yeah, we can do this. I believe if we continue like this, we'll end up mastering and becoming a very good project manager and a business manager. So in conclusion, the team would definitely and really appreciate a sample template for guidance, as you had earlier on promised us in our last review meeting. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, Raymond. You and your team, you guys have done very well. And I must say, you guys are really trying, you know. You see this if you really follow my this thing very well, you find out that all the things you need to do is there already. If you follow everything the way we learn it, even during the training, I don't see anybody struggling. And Raymond, you and your team are doing very great. I'm not saying it I just have to say it's in case that it's like some of you are a bit struggling, and I want you to what we are doing here is team collaboration. All of us, even though working is one program. So what I mean is one program is that all of us are working for one client. So, and Raymond seems to be mastering the process more than you guys. So you should be able to, like, if you're struggling, you should be able to learn. Don't feel we are not competing in this process. If you notice that this person is a bit have a bit edge, try to learn what the guy is doing. And Raymond and their team, just like when we started, I highlighted on this. I'm not the person that I don't do eye service and I don't do partial. I'm a very straightforward person. So even if I'm giving, I mean that at the end of the week, although I've not heard from project events to see what they are coming up, the surprises they are going to come up with. But Raymond and their team have done exceptionally well, you know. So this is it. And the requirement gathering, very good. The way you documented what you're going to be doing in your requirement, that is very, very good. It's highly organized. So you keep it up, and I wouldn't want you people to slow down with the pace. So I'm going to try as much as I can to avail myself so you can do your data collection. And if you need to interview me one-on-one workshop with me, I'll try as much. Just let me know when you guys are ready so we can work out something. It's a matter of 1 hour. I'm done with the requirements gathering with you so that you can go and do your documentation and the analysis. So that is it, because you guys are project managers and you guys are business analysts. So the only thing I have to do is, when I see you trying to defeat, I'll call you back. But I will not be trying to drag you back, or you people should not be in the same page or in the same pace. So that's why it's now different. If project A is moving on there, I shouldn't bring them down. If project B is not, so all I can do is, some of you that are not moving fast, I can encourage you to move fast. And those that are moving fast, I will help them to accelerate. So thank you for that. Very soon I will start giving award after presentation. We'll start having the project of the week. We'll see what we can be giving to them, award or whatever thing is going to. So see, it's going to be a means of encouragement to boost you guys to step up and do more, because this skills you are mastering is very powerful skill that you are mastering, and I will do anything I can to encourage you to get the best out of it. Thank you, and I will call up project event Chidi Okeke to have the floor.
Good evening, sir, and good evening, everyone. So last week, while we were waiting for the templates, we had a meeting and we were able to go through the project brief again and had serious discussion about how our projects is going to go. And then we discussed the methodology. And then we all agreed that we are going to be using the Agile methodology, even though we didn't have any written, so we just agreed to use that methodology. Then we are thinking that we are going to get the template. So, but what we did was we divided some of the tasks we are supposed to do amongst ourselves, and we went and did some research, preparing ourselves for when the template will be available, so that when we start, we can at least maybe do like 4 tasks in a week, so that we can be able to meet up with our time and all that. So that was so we had different people researching on different tasks while we were waiting for the template. So that's basically what we did that last week. So we didn't really do the tasks in the right sense of it, but we are just working behind the scene, waiting for, we didn't also want to go and start maybe download templates or do all those. We are just waiting, so that's preparing ourselves so that when the template is available, then we just do the needful. So basically that's what we did. Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Everyone, you guys have tried. You guys tried, because I promised you guys I'm going to send the template and I didn't say so. I take the whole blame. So, and I promise I'll push the whole document you guys need. It's not easy for me. Throughout it's not been easy, but I'm making a provision for every team, So I will not say that I'm biting more than I can chew. So I'm equal to the task. So I will push all the this thing, all the materials you guys need, so that I don't want anybody to have any excuse why you are not performing. You guys started very well. You guys are doing well, and I want you people to continue doing well. So I am proud of the whole team. The whole team. Some people might be, faster than others, which is normal in life. Everybody cannot be in the same pace, but everybody, all the team, you guys are doing well. That is what I want to address. So the thing another thing I want to address is that all these challenges we're having, and that's not been documented. It's just, I can equally attribute it that it's lack of template, because all these challenges should be documented on RAID, and we'll see how you manage it. No, even if as you did not come up with it, when the templates come, like the RAID logs templates come, I will want every team to document all these challenges, even the one that I'm the cause, even the one that you are the cause, or even the one that is nobody's cause. You have to document all the challenges. Also, we'll look at how you manage all this risk in this place. It's very necessary. Because I want you people to have a practical, get your hands dirty on risk management. I want to see it. It's one document that I'll be very, very interested in seeing, because managing project risk is very key. The way you manage it is very key. If you are joining a company, they will want to know how you manage your risk, because project is all about risk. So how you document it and how you document your lesson learned report. These are some of the things that we've got all the templates. You should be using it by now because you can see that we already started encountering challenges. So, but all these challenges we're encountering now, we need to be documented and see how we manage it so that we can learn from our mistakes. That's what we call lesson learned reports. And that's it. So I'm proud of you. You guys are doing well. I will not delay your project again by my inability to be there. Even if anyhow, I will always squeeze time to be there when I'm needed. But for now, I can see what you guys need most is this template. It's very powerful. It's very good. I like. It's going to guide you guys very well. So yeah, I can see the it's good coming together. Everybody, you know, it's good when we have this kind of meeting. It's like a family coming back together to address our, and it gives a lot of you guys that courage to fire. Yeah, but equally know that you are now growing in this industry of project management. When you very soon you become a full-fledged project manager on your own and be able to manage your project without looking back for anybody to assist you. So at this point, let's look at if we have questions, and we'll take few questions if you have individual questions, group questions, team question. So let's look at, because we have not come together for a while. So if you have anything that is bothering you as a team or as a person in the capacity of a project manager or as a business analyst, not like as a person if you are not been able to pay your rent, you know. So, but I know we are here for everybody. So if you have anything that is you need to share with the house, you can bring it up and we'll look at it as a family. Raymond. Raymond, you are raising your hand. So
Yes, sir. There's a little question and a clarification on our page. Whenever we log in on our task on the project blog, we usually see the activities sometimes of other people's group. But currently on our group now, there's one task that is in progress. It's showing in progress, but it's not from project blog. I think it's under the event or marketplace also. So the bottom line is we usually see the task for other group on our own platform. It's an observation. I don't know if it's supposed to be like that.
okay, that should be maybe access control. I will look at the access control to see if you are having too much access, and we'll reduce the accesses. So that we'll look at it. It's going to be on access control. Are you the only one seeing it, or is it the whole group seeing other people's activities?
For my end, I observed it this evening. I don't know if, let me inquire from any of my team members. I don't know if anybody have seen that on the group.
So you shouldn't see any other group's activity, only if I've given you an extra layer of access. because I'm the only one that have the 360 degrees view of every project as a program director. Is the access I've given to my, if I want to reduce that access, I will reduce it. So if you are seeing more than you should see, then it should be from access control, and we'll look at it. That's good observation. Thank you for that.
Okay.
More observation, question. Okay. I think everybody is happy. Okay. If everybody is happy, I'm happy too. So, Jumia Lawal, how are you?
I'm fine, sir.
You are happy. You don't have any complaint. Everything is okay.
Yes, so far Raymond has been very helpful.
Okay. That's very good. I won't be calling names because if I start it now, I might not be able to call everybody, and that's not gonna be fair. So if you don't have anything bothering you, then we'll call it a night. I want to once again say thank you for your resilience and perseverance. You know, now within this period I've not been available. You guys have shown that you can do it, and this is the spirit I've been looking for. So thank you, and good night rest.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah.
Thank
Good
you,
night.
sir. And have a good night.
Good night, sir. Thank
Good
you,
night,
sir.
sir.
Good night
Thank
and
you,
welcome
sir.
to Nigeria.
Thank you.
Good night, sir.
Sir. Good night, sir. Thank you very much. We appreciate